My name is Sean Ford. I'm the district conservationist for the Natural Resource Conservation Service, and today I'm here with Rick Menner. Rick's got a farm in Fayette County, Georgia. He's also a district board member for the Towaliga Soil and Water Conservation District, and the district has purchased a couple pieces of equipment. One of these pieces of equipment are here in front of us right now. It's a roller crimper. Rick is going to try this out for the next couple of years, and we're going to talk a few minutes about this piece of equipment. Rick, can you tell me any idea of what made you decide to purchase this?
Well, back in the day, I've always heard my granddaddy and people talk about saving soil, and I know there's some terraces on our farm here that they've made by pulling up like corn stalks and the stalks they had left over from making syrup to prevent the soil from washing. And I remember him, like all the old records I have where they bought Austrian winter peas and vetch, clover, and grown cover crops back in the day. So, sort of have a family heritage of trying to save soil. So this interested me, reading about it, and a friend of mine in Alabama bought one and was trying it. So I borrowed theirs. And what you do is you plant your cover crop. And we've tried several mixes. We've tried some rye and clover, vetch mixes. We've had sun hemp that works in the summertime, it's a hot weather legume that we try to crimp down to use for fall plants. But basically what you do is you grow your crop till the seed get in the dough stage, and then you roll it down with a crimper, and the chevron pattern here helps roll it down and leave it flat where you can work on it. This works on an average 30, 40 horsepower farm tractor, 1 or 2 passes, and then once you get that down, that allows your crop to rot on down and provide nutrients for your cash crop behind it. We've tried several things. We're still in the learning stage on it, but we think there's potential for it to work here. I don't know that I want to go to 100% no-till vegetable production, but it works good for several crops. So it's a learning thing for us right now.
So locally, can you purchase this locally, or do you have to order it, or where did you get this one out of?
We got this one out of Pennsylvania and had it shipped here, because I don't know of any local people that are manufacturing. You can actually buy the plant and build your own if you're a good enough welder and got enough time, but I don't think either one of those fits my deal. So the Soil Conservation District bought this, and the friend I borrowed one from, that's where theirs came from. So they come from Pennsylvania. And a lot of this technology is more used in the Northeast than it is here. So we're hoping to adapt it to this our growing season and our crops and our conditions, and see if we can duplicate what they're doing out there.
Okay. So this roller crimper, if somebody's wanting to order one, what roughly is it? Would it set them back as far as cost to purchase?
No, I don't hold me to it around $2,000. But we're hoping, by having this here and available, that people can, that they could use it. The one that belongs to the district for a long time, because you don't use it every day. You use it certain times of the year. So hopefully we can use this to help a lot of people be able to do no-till farming without having to buy a $2,000 piece of equipment.
So now, once the cover crop's crimped and ready, there's another piece of equipment that comes behind it. And, what's it called?
It's a strip tiller that opens up a row in the crimp material and get it into your plant in there.
So let's go over there and take a look at it. Okay, Rick, we're here with the strip tiller that we were talking about previously. Can you give us a little information on how this all operates? It's got a little bit more moving parts than the last piece of equipment you had.
Yeah, the challenge with us with a no-till vegetable farming is you need a good thick layer of mulch, but you've also got to get your seed down and get a good seed to soil contact. So this strip tiller made by Yetter is the best answer we've found for doing that. And the way it works, obviously you hook up to your tractor here. You've got this big disc that's going to cut the ground down several inches deep. You've got these rubber gauge wheels to determine how deep you want to cut there and how you want to balance out your equipment. Then after that, you've got these discs here, these cutter discs that basically throw the plant material out to the side. Get that out of the way so you can get to the clean soil. Then you have what mounts to a subsoiler disc here that'll run your row down where you'll have 8 inches of soil broken up. And the basket on the back is an option, but we really like it because it chops up the clods and gives you some good fine soil to go back and plant with. And you can come behind this. We've used a regular 1-row transplanter. We've used a 1-row regular seed planter, and we've set out stuff by hand.
Now, you said the basket's an option, so you can have this as a purchase or leaving it off. Do you feel like it's worth having it on here if somebody does decide to get one?
We've tried it, just kicking it up out of the way, and didn't like what was left, because we like the soil broken up fine. And you know, the more fine your soil's ground up, the better germination you're going to have on your seed, and the better, if you're setting out plants, the better they're going to pack into. So the basket's well worth it, the extra money.
So now with the basket and the whole setup, what are they looking at if someone decides to purchase them?
Around $3,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. A lot of it depends on where you live and whether you have dealers that carry them or not. But we actually bought this one in Newnan, the Soil Conservation District did. So we have a local dealer that carries Yetter products. So that's your best bet, is just to check and see locally who carries the Yetter brand.
So they're a little bit easier to find, I guess, more so than the crimper as far as purchase.
The main thing, you just got to know what you're looking for.
Okay.
And then you can go find them. And you know, a Google search will tell you a lot about that. And we've watched other people use these on YouTube and various places. So you try to learn something from that. But there's a lot of adjustments on here, and we're still kind of figuring out how we want to set things. And it determines, you know, a lot by your soil conditions and your crop you're working with. But we're learning.
So the Towaliga Soil and Water Conservation District has both of these pieces of equipment for rent for the local farmers to try out, see if they like it.
And I would encourage you, you know, don't go buy the stuff till you come try it, see if it's what you want to do. And you know, it's all a learning process for us, because we haven't had experience doing this. We're just learning with it. So learn along with us.
Well, I sure appreciate your time today, and thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mm.